All right, the time has come. We have just announced In Christ Alone, Our Purpose in Thailand, which is, of course, the big documentary project I've mentioned several times, and also why I've been slowing down on uploads in general. Now, this video is just more about what to expect from this documentary and just my overall experience doing this passion project. It's been a hot minute since I've done anything really to this scale since the Fortnite films. The last Fortnite film was, of course, Sunrise Music Festival. I'm very proud of that. I think that one turned out to be the best Fortnite film we put out. It's like all the lessons we've learned from making the trilogy and then Ultra, and we put all that into Sunrise, and it just turned out so well. And I wish we could go back and make that again, but they take so much work. But my focus now is on more real life things, more stories that appeal to a much wider audience. You gotta understand there's only a percentage of this world that really cares about Fortnite, let alone Fortnite films. And this is the first time I've done something up to this magnitude that is, just for a wider audience. And so there's a lot on the plate. There's a lot of expectations. There's a lot of things that I have to make sure that is absolutely nailed to perfection. So this year has been really big for me. I would say 2024 is a year of surprises and a lot of achievements. I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys. I didn't expect to go to Thailand this year. I never thought this was the year I would go to another country. It's been a long time since I left Canadian soil, and the last time I genuinely did that was in 2019. I went to Yellowstone, but that's going to the US. It's right next door. So I don't really count the US anymore these days. I've been to many places in the US. New York, Yellowstone. I've been to Seattle and all that. So it's like, as a Canadian, going to the US isn't really that special anymore. When you leave North America, then you got something. And so, of course, you saw earlier this year, I went on a cruise to Alaska. That was super fun. First time going on a cruise. But then I can tell you, during that moment, during my time on that cruise, I thought that was the only vacation or the only trip that I was going on this summer. The whole topic of going to Thailand and serving on a missions trip was not in the air at all when I was on that cruise. And so I'm definitely surprised that, this even happened. I had the opportunity to go to Thailand to serve in a missions trip. If you don't go to churches, and you might not understand what a missions trip is, I can tell you it's work. It's not going there for vacation. Yes, we had fun there. We did a lot of fun stuff. But the main goal of that missions trip is to serve the people there. And of course, being a Christian, this means serving churches, serving the Lord. And I know not everyone is a believer. There's an abundant amount of religions in the world. And of course, there's a lot of non-believers. I know a lot of atheist friends, believe me, and I don't share about my faith. And this is definitely a bold step for me, I'm not going to lie. Now, is everyone going to give a damn? No, I don't expect anyone to give a damn, actually. And honestly, I'm not driven by analytics anymore. If this documentary becomes super successful, and let's say it gets like 1 million views, I'm happy, of course. Like, fantastic. I am so glad it's doing so well. But I know that there is people who do care. I'm not making this for no one to give a damn about it. I know that because some of the people close to me are excited for this documentary. And just today, as I'm filming this, we premiered the trailer to several churches across the city, and the reception has been positive. People are excited to see the full documentary. So I don't think that actually translates to the analytics you see online. Because I posted this trailer on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I try to go as far as I can with getting this trailer out there to get as many eyes as I can, to attract as many eyeballs as I can, to know about this documentary. And you know, if I looked at the trailer and I see it has like, I haven't checked it. I have not checked yet, by the way. I have not seen how well the trailer's doing right now. But if it has like 12 views, yes, that sucks. But so be it. I don't expect this video to do really well, actually. This is just a video for me just to rant, because I'm just getting off my chest of these past 3 months of just hard, intense labor. Making a documentary is not easy. It is way harder than a Fortnite film. And I am just so glad that we are nearing the finish line and it is on the verge of the premiere. And I can tell you, the moment the documentary starts playing on the big screen and the premiere starts playing on this channel, that's when I can put my feet up and let out a big sigh of relief, because that's mission accomplished. I cannot wait for everyone to just see this product that we've been grinding for the past months. As soon as I came back from Thailand, I had to go straight into school. And then I also had this to work on. You can kind of see why I had to slow down on uploads on the main channel. And yes, the podcast channel kind of took a break for a while, but we did film a lot of content prior to Thailand. Also, we have some content we filmed for next year. We've been actively producing more content as well. I'm just saying the pacing has slowed down significantly just because my focus had to be directed on this documentary. Now, I'm aware that a lot of my viewers are here for one thing: Godzilla. The analytics already tell me enough, like from the views I've seen from the videos I put out. People love my Godzilla stuff, which I greatly appreciate. I'm so glad I'm able to find a piece of content that actually people really like. Thank goodness. It was one of the last things I expected, but you know what? Life is full of surprises. What can I say? So I'm aware, because this project has zero association with Godzilla, not every viewer of mine is really going to care. They'll just see the trailer, or when they see the actual documentary, they'll be like, what is this? I don't care. Where's my Godzilla video? Where's my Godzilla review? It is what it is. The one thing I can do is to try to convince you, just to give it a chance, try to tell you, hey, I got this big project I've been working on. Why don't you check it out? But, people are very accustomed to their tastes and what they like. And it's quite evident on my channel. It's Godzilla content. And I'll be honest with you, I need to space myself out from Godzilla stuff, or I'm going to get bored of it so quickly, and I'm just going to stop doing the videos. I'm not one of those guys that likes to stick to one thing and continue to do it. I love how everyone likes my Godzilla stuff, and I really do like the MonsterVerse and all the Godzilla products that have been coming out. It's great. Those new Playmates stuff that's coming, the big Ultimate Titan battle set, I'm excited to get that. There's Drowned Viper, there's One Eye, there is so much more stuff coming from GXK and just the MonsterVerse as a whole. And I'm glad people watching my channel are here for that stuff too. But you gotta understand, I need to space things out. I need diversity. I need variety. Or it'll become very stale and I'll lose the motivation. You know why a lot of YouTubers tend to eventually just stop uploading? Just say, I don't feel the motivation anymore. It just feels like a chore. It's because they overwork themselves doing the exact same thing over and over again. They don't space it out enough. You understand? That's why you lose the motivation so quickly. I don't want to do that. I love doing YouTube. I really do. But I understand. I totally understand that, not everyone here is going to exactly care about what I'm putting out unless it's Godzilla. And it is what it is. I used to really care about these things. I used to be very analytic driven. I'll be like, why is this getting so little views? I will admit, I still get that sometimes deep inside, deep thoughts deep inside my head. I'm like, damn, why is this doing so bad? But I have learned to not care so much about it anymore. Ultimately, this documentary is just to show everyone the missions trip that we did in August. It's to show why missions trips are such an important thing. In the Bible, before Jesus left, he has instructed his disciples to go and serve his name amongst all the peoples, right? So Jesus has encouraged missions work. This is such an important thing, evangelizing communities who may not understand God that well. And I saw that with my own eyes over there. And, you know, this is my first missions trip, and I'm so glad I was able to document it on camera. And in a way, it's a memory. I can look back on it too, and it helps people. Like, people who may be genuinely interested in serving a missions trip, they can look at the documentary, they can watch it and be like, yeah, you know what? This speaks to me. I want to do it. That is the objective I'm going there. I'm not here to appease the Godzilla fans. Sorry, not this time. So that is pretty much all I got to say. So I want to just give you an idea of what to expect. So obviously, I've stated December 13th is the premiere day. Several churches across the city is going to host a premiere night for their own communities. But for everyone else watching, of course, the documentary will be premiering on this channel. And maybe sometime in the future, it might go on Amazon Prime Video. That we're still dealing with. But for now, if you see the Prime Video opening at the beginning of the documentary, you'll be like, what? This thing's on Prime? Yeah. I have been instructed to leave that in there in the chance it does end up on Prime Video, but I'm not sure. I can't be certain. What I do know is if it does end up on Prime Video, any of the money it makes is going to fund towards future missions trips, so we can keep doing stuff like this. Obviously, the stuff costs money. It's hell expensive. So December 13th, I think it should premiere. You'll see the time if it changes, but you can expect it in the evening. Either it's going to be at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. It is 3.5 hours long. Yeah, this thing is longer than Avengers Endgame, but not as long as Lord of the Rings. It's like in between the two longest films in history. Why is it so long? Well, it's simple. It's 2 weeks worth of footage, plus all the other stories that happen, condensed. I tried my best to keep it as short as possible, but, you know, if I do that, a lot of important stories would be cut out. And I had to include some funny stuff, funny moments, hilarious scenes. You know, if it's all serious stuff, then yes, you guys are going to fall asleep very quickly watching the documentary. I get it. 3.5 hours is long. That's why the way it was designed, the way it was produced, and the way it's edited, the pacing is very quick. We're going to have a lot of quick, funny scenes, action scenes, not like, you know, Tom Cruise stunts action scenes, just a lot of fast pacing scenes going to keep you engaged. And I'm hoping the 3.5 hours would just feel like an hour and a half. That is the objective. So that is how I felt editing it with my other team of editors. It felt quick, but 3.5 hours, I get it. It's longer than Endgame. So if you don't let that intimidate you, obviously, you don't have to watch it all in one go. The beauty of not going to the premiere, unlike some other people, is that you can watch it at your own pace. You can pause it, leave it at a certain timestamp, and then come back another time to continue watching. There is no pressure. I'm just saying the only thing that the length is concerning is for the premiere nights, because a lot of people are going to the churches to watch it live on the big screens. So hopefully that's the case. So yeah. No, obviously it's free. If it does end up on Prime Video, of course, you can just pay for a subscription. It should be free to watch. I don't think we'll charge you to watch it. It's free to watch on YouTube, so it wouldn't really make sense if we charge you to watch it on Prime. But that's for us and the legal team to figure out. For now, I'm going to call it here. I'm very excited that the documentary is basically done at this point. It's been quite a long journey from when I first posted my first 10-minute long testimony on Instagram to now, about to premiere my life's greatest project. I am confidently saying that this has been the greatest project in my life, and it's finally coming out soon. And I cannot wait for anyone who genuinely wants to see something like this, mission trip, the gospel, any of that. I cannot wait for you guys to see it. Of course, if you're just here for Godzilla content, then whatever. If you're watching this, if you've gone this far in this video and you're here for Godzilla content, well, congratulations, you made it this far. Obviously, I'll still continue the Godzilla content, but that means because the documentary's done now, I have time. I can revamp the pace of Godzilla videos and podcast stuff now. Isn't that great? The work doesn't really stop, does it? But you can expect there to be at least like a 3-week gap after the documentary comes up, because my God, I need a break. I want to spend the holidays with my family and friends, not worry about videos. So it is what it is. But yeah, there you go. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk or a solo podcast episode, even though this is going to be heavily edited. Thanks for watching. I look forward to see everyone's reactions to the documentary. And yeah, thank you for, being very patient with me. And the documentary is for you guys. It's for everyone, even if you didn't ask for it. But it's for you guys. We'll see you at the premiere. In Christ alone.